Hello. All right, let's do it.
Repeating. This is Paladin Dance on frequency 9-5. All Brotherhood of Steel units are to return to the Cambridge police station immediately for reassignment.
Where's the police station? There it is. Police station.
Someone was expecting trouble.
Burn marks.
We're asking.
You must have spent a whole case of ammo holding this site.
Suppose that means we missed all the fun.
Paladin Dance. Glad to see you alive and well, sir.
Are we in luck, sir?
Mission accomplished. We have the transmitter.
Finally, some good news for a change. Nice work, sir.
I didn't do it alone. Hey,
Don't take what
Dance?
Knight Reese says
Good,
personally.
you're back.
He's
Aelin,
like that
Reese,
with everyone.
it's time to welcome our newest recruit to the Brotherhood. He shows a lot of promise. And with the proper guidance, I think he has the potential of becoming one of the best.
Thanks. I promise not to let you down.
You don't have to prove anything else to me. Getting that transmitter was enough.
So you decided to stay, huh? I expected you to take your payment and run.
You upset that I'm staying?
Maybe. Got enough trouble stomping muties and ferals. I don't need something else to worry about.
Reese, that's enough. Like it or not, you're going to have to learn to work together. And you need to understand what it means to be a part of the Brotherhood. We're not soldiers of fortune. If you intend to stay within our ranks, you need to obey our tenets without question.
Don't worry. I've spent time in the military.
Perfect. Then there's no need to give you a long lecture. So I'll get right to the point. I only ask for two things from anyone under my command: honesty and respect. You fall in line, you stay in line. I give you an order, and you follow it. It's as simple as that. There's one last order of business I wanted to get out of the way. I'm going to recommend you to be awarded the rank of Knight. Now, nothing's official until you speak to Elder Maxson, but I wanted you to be the first to know.
Thank you.
Thanks aren't necessary. Just continue excelling at your duties, soldier.
Ad Victoriam, Knight.
He doesn't even know what that means, Halen.
Ad Victoriam means to victory. In our eyes, defeat is unacceptable, because we're fighting for the future of mankind. Our rallying cry is more powerful than any weapon you could ever carry. Remember that. Now, I've received orders that we're both to report to the Prydwen. However, if you want to run a few ops for Scribe Halen or Knight Reese first, they could certainly use your assistance. I'll leave the choice up to you. Let me know when you're ready to mount up.
Paladin.
Are you ready to head up to the ship?
Of course I am. I've never seen anything so impressive.
Takes your breath away, doesn't it? We call our ship the Prydwen. She's loaded with enough troops and supplies to mount a major offensive. If she's here, Elder Maxson's here. And that means we're going to war.
Gonna be a quick war with that thing on our side.
Yeah, but for who?
That's the plan. If history's proven anything, it's that an overwhelming show of force has a chance of halting a conflict before it begins. That being said, you're about to get to know the Prydwen up close and personal. I've received orders that we're both to report to her immediately. Follow me up to the roof of the police station. We're going for a little ride.
Hey.
What's the plan?
Hey, Valentine.
Something up?
How are we doing, Nick?
Got no major complaints at the moment.
We should go our separate ways.
Sure. Time to hit the road?
Let's head out.
Well, all right.
How do we get to the roof? Uh-huh. Bum, bum. Bow, bow.
That minigun in front of you is loaded and ready to fire. If you spot anything hostile during the flight, I suggest you put it to good use. Make sure you properly identify your targets before you start shooting. We don't want to have any mishaps and fire on the locals. The Commonwealth looks different from up here, doesn't it? It never ceases to amaze me how drastically your perception of the battlefield changes from the air. We're gonna need that edge when we take on the Institute. They've already proven that they're technologically superior, which means there's no telling what types of weapons they'll have in their arsenal. Hopefully, our air superiority and tactical know-how will make the difference. Now all we have to do is find them. And I'm betting that Elder Maxson will have a plan already in place by the time we arrive. I wish everyone down there believed in our cause, but they've been blinded by rumors and misinformation. They don't realize that the Brotherhood of Steel is the Commonwealth's last hope for survival. Every man, woman, and child below is in mortal danger. If we fail, it's only a matter of time before the enemy overwhelms the population. Cleansing the Commonwealth is our duty, and I will gladly spill my own blood if it ensures our victory. We're on final approach to the airport. The Prydwen should be coming into view just ahead. We'll be meeting Lancer Captain Kells on the flight deck. Just stick close to me and answer all of his questions.
There's nothing the entire time to shoot.
right, soldier. This is the moment when everything changes. I hope you're ready.
Something to say?
Permission to come aboard, sir?
Permission granted, and welcome back, Paladin. Allow me to be the first to congratulate you on a successful mission. And is this our new recruit?
Yes, sir. I feel promoted him to initiate, and I'd like to sponsor his entry into our rankings personally.
Yes, we've read your reports. You'll be pleased to know that Elder Maxon's approved your request and placed the recruit in your charge.
Thank you, sir. And my current orders?
You are to remain on the Pridwin and await further instructions.
Very good, sir. Ad Victoriam, Captain.
Ad Victoriam, Paladin. So, you're the one Paladin Danse has taken under his wing. You don't look much like a soldier to me.
Looks can be deceiving.
Which is precisely why I personally insist on scrutinizing every recruit who boards this vessel. I've read Paladin Dance's reports. He seems to... You might expect an endorsement like that to grant you a great deal of latitude with us. But let me make one thing clear. The Brotherhood of... As the captain of this vessel, I won't allow anyone to jeopardize our mission, no matter how valuable they think they are. Understood?
Absolutely.
Good. That's all for now, soldier. Your orders are to proceed to the command deck for the address, after which Elder Maxon wishes to have a word with you. If you have any questions, ask me now. Otherwise, you're dismissed.
I don't have any questions.
Then I suggest you head over to the command deck immediately. Dismissed, Initiate.
No machine should have free will.
Why? You jealous you had to turn yours in?
Welcome aboard. Elder...
Brothers and sisters, the road behind has been long and fraught with difficulty. Each and every one of you has surpassed my expectations by rapidly facilitating our arrival in the Commonwealth. You have accomplished this amazing feat without a hint of purpose or direction, and most impressively, without question. Now that the ship is in position, it is time to reveal our purpose. And beneath the Commonwealth, there is a cancer, known as the Institute. A malignant growth that needs to be cut before it infects the surface. They are experimenting with dangerous technologies that could prove to be the world's undoing for the second time in recent history. The Institute scientists have created a weapon that transcends the destructive nature of the atom bomb. They call their creation the Synth, a robotic abomination of technology that is free-thinking and masquerades as a human being. This notion that a machine could be granted free will is not only offensive, but horribly dangerous. And like the atom, if it isn't harnessed properly, it has the potential of rendering us extinct as a species. I am not prepared to allow the Institute to continue this line of experimentation. Therefore, the Institute and their synths are considered enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel, and should be dealt with swiftly and mercilessly. This campaign will be costly, and many lives will be lost. But in the end, we will be saving humankind from its worst enemy. Itself. Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam!
Oh, God.
Elder.
I care about them, you know.
Mole rat on a
The
stick
people of
was
the
a
Commonwealth.
really bad idea.
Excuse me.
I can see that. They're playing with fire and we need to save them.
Exactly. I just hope we're here in time. I refuse to allow the mistakes of the past to be repeated.
Don't worry. I'm convinced.
Paladin Dance's reports were quite clear regarding your feelings toward the Brotherhood. And he concludes that you'd be an asset to us. Seeing as he's one of my most respected field officers, you couldn't get a better recommendation. Therefore, from this moment forward, I'm granting you the rank of Knight. And, befitting your title, we're granting you a suit of power armor to protect you on the field of battle. Wear it with pride.
I'll do my best to live up to it.
I'm certain that you will. In any event, once you're finished becoming familiar with the Pridwin and my staff, report to the flight deck for your new orders. Welcome aboard the Pridwin, soldier. Make us proud.
Hey,
Go on.
Nick.
What do you need?
How are we doing, Nick?
I've been thinking about that myself. I suppose we're okay. I feel like we could be doing more for folks out here, but otherwise, we're all right.
I think we ought to part ways, Nick.
Sure. Suppose I'll head on home then.
I just want to piss him off from all the things that we're doing. And if he's not with us, then I don't think he'll care, basically. Because all the things we're doing now are going to piss him off.
Sir. Nothing new.
Good. Carry on.
Congratulations on the promotion, Knight.
So how did it look out there?
We've got
Paladin
a lot
dance.
of work ahead
There
of us,
you are.
brother.
How did it go with Elder Maxon?
I was very impressed with him. He seems to know what's best for everyone.
Exactly. Without his I just hope you appreciate, not to put too fine a point on it.
I won't let you down, Dance.
Good. Now, I know you're eager to hop into a suit of power armor and take the fight to the Institute. In order to be an effective part of the team, you need... Since I've been officially assigned to you as your sponsor, I'd recommend taking me along with you.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Outstanding.
There. Try it now.
Nothing. I was supposed to report 10 minutes ago. If you can't fix it...
I can fix it. You're the one who decided to kick your way through a Mirelurk.
Gotta clean the Mirelurk scat off
Got
my
it.
boots.
There it is. Thanks, brother. I owe you.
I think this one's mine.
Time to suit up.
Proctor Ingram?
So, you're the new recruit I heard about. Not what I was expecting.
Sounds like you're disappointed.
Not disappointed, just surprised. You don't look like one of the usual wastelanders we pick up. Anyway, since you came down here to meet me, my name's Ingram, and this lovely little grease pit is where you'll usually find me. If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Pridwin's about to crash into the ground, or a robot's gone haywire, you come see me.
Sounds like you have a pretty full plate.
Plate? Hell, I have a whole table's worth of duties around here. There isn't a day that goes by on this tub without 5 or 6 things breaking down. And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as spry as I used to be.
Actually, you seem to be getting around really well.
I suppose it's better than the alternative. Anyway, I'm sure you're here to get your hands on some power.
Sure.
There's a pretty decent T-60 suit sitting in Bay 3 that's all yours. The left leg actuator's a bit sticky, but it'll keep the creeps off of you. Oh, and if you need any work done on it, feel free to... Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work.
Okay.
Step forward, Knight. Even though they've locked me in this blasted cage, I promise that I won't bite.
Looks uncomfortable in there.
It's not that bad. Now this is the stowage depot, and the powers that be, have me locked in here. So I can... If you need to stock up on supplies before you head out on a mission...
That's good to know.
I'm glad you're the agreeable type.
Right.
When I tell the good news, yeah, most... Of course.
Uh-huh. I could use some extra caps.
You need them, and I want you to spend them here. It just involves a little bit of heavy lifting, and since I'm... After you're done with the meet and greet. In the meantime, have you ever...
When it comes to keeping the Pridwin running, Proctor Ingram's the best.
Tighten up the meter. Like that? Now split the difference. There, now... half that. Do you want to do it? No, no. I think you've almost got it.
Don't let Ingram catch you standing around. You'll be on report before you can...
Excuse me, Captain Cade?
Glad you finally stopped by, soldier.
Uh-huh. Sure. Go right ahead.
All right. I'm going to ask you a series of medical-related questions. First, as a child, were you ever exposed?
There wasn't that much radiation around before the bombs fell.
Before the bombs? What? Let me check my notes. You were a vault dweller? You're probably healthier than anyone else aboard. Anyway, sorry I missed that in your... Okay, second, have you ever had or come in contact with a person confirmed to be carrying a communicable disease?
Never been seriously sick in my life.
Good, good. Third question, and please, answer honestly. Have you ever had sexual relations with any species considered non-human?
No. Never have.
Very well. Last question. Would you have any problems pulling the trigger on an enemy of the Brotherhood, whether they're human, formerly human, or machine?
Nope. No problem whatsoever.
Excellent. You'll fit in quite well around here. Excellent. I think I see no reason to prevent you from beginning your duties immediately. If you ever need medical assistance, you let me know.
Cade?
How can I help you today?
Could use some supplies, actually.
No problem, so... Good to see you again, Knight. Anything I can do to help?
I need some supplies.
No problem.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. I don't think I use anything that uses 9s. My sniper uses 308. My pistol uses 10 mil. My shotgun uses shotgun shells, and then I have a bat. Yeah.
Ah, good. You're finally here. Just set the books down anywhere. I'll get to them as soon as I can.
I think you're confusing me with someone else.
Perhaps I need to since it's obvious that you aren't who I was expecting.
Maxon wanted me to meet the crew, so you were next on my list.
Ah, yes. You must be the new recruit described in Paladin Dance's report. Under normal circumstances, I'd provide you...
Sure.
However, I'm woefully behind setting up research patrols and getting bombarded with requests for technical documentation. Unfortunately, I'm lacking the personnel needed to get the job done.
Maybe I can lend you a hand.
That would be splendid. As you patrol the Commonwealth, keep your eyes open for blue. I'm authorized to pay you for each bundle of documents, and if you wish to be assigned to a research patrol, in any event, it was a pleasure to meet you, Knight.
Auto rifles. Non-auto rifles do 6% more damage and ignore 20% of target's armor. Isn't Maxon behind me when I went down the ladder?
I take every feral, beauty, and sin and shoot them into space.
Unless she's over here.
We'll stop the Institute.
Elder Maxon,
For Maxon
I have a set of
and for the
plans to
Brotherhood.
build a signal interceptor to get me inside the Institute.
An intriguing proposal that I'll have to seriously consider. However, before I allow any of my soldiers to breach the Institute, careful preparations need to be made. In the meantime, I need you to follow my orders and remain patient.
I understand, Elder.
I know you're disappointed, but I need you to view this from my perspective. I'm not willing to risk the lives of my soldiers based solely on a set of crudely drawn plans. Give us time to validate the information you've discovered. Then when the time is right, I promise you, I'll do everything in my power to construct that device. You're dismissed, Knight.
Elder Maxon.
Now that you've familiarized yourself with the Pridwin's crew, are you ready for your next assignment, brother?
Yay! Oh, well. Let's go on speedometer.
Yes, Elder.
Good. Let's get right to it then. Shall we? Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong. And it's infested with super mutants. Having those aberrations of nature close enough to smell is making me sick to my stomach. To make matters worse, they're sitting on top of a massive stockpile of Fat Man shells we could use in our campaign. I want you to head over there, wipe out everything that's
Going playing DVD? Hell yeah.
Understood?
Consider it done.
Look, I realize you're eager to take the fight to the Institute, but it'll have to wait. The Brotherhood cannot allow those abominations to have a nuclear arsenal at their fingertips.
It'll be a pleasure to exterminate that mutant filth.
Now, we have a vertibird on standby. Use it to carry our message to Fort Strong. And wipe those dirty mutants from the face of the earth. Dismissed.
Look at this, Speedy. I found a sniper, and we were able to kit it out. This is what we've been able to do so far. It's suppressed. Uses 308s. Got a scope on it. Nice little, we got the marksman stock. Yeah, these are our weapons. We have the pistol, which you've seen. We have the sniper. I have this baseball bat. And then we got the widow. Now we're gonna go clear this out. I'm gonna try to finish the main campaign. I'm gonna just beeline through the main campaign. And we have a new set of power armor as well that we're wearing. I might take it off, but I don't have anywhere to put it right now. Well, for now, we can just leave it on.
Having the Prydwen moored above the air.
Moving out into the next rotation. I'll leave a couple of super mutants for you. Remember your three. Cranium, bronze, center mass.
Did I use my point? Yeah, we used it on this. We can get the next level of that too, I think. No, level 31. We'll do... We've done some lockpicking skills. I need to start... I want to get one more strength point into strength so we can get the armor and the blacksmith stuff going. But we also need science, wherever that is. It's probably in the intelligence tree, I would imagine. Chemist, robot, neuro, nerd rage. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere in there. This mission is dope. These fuckers followed me. Oh, a legendary. Gotta upgrade melee damage? Yeah, we have like no strength. Assassin's Length. Alright, let's go.
This area seems to be in disarray. This is recent.
Dance just killed like all of them, and I did like nothing. We gotta upgrade our strength and get the perk that makes it better.
Let's play, little human!
Little human!
Someone there? Kill them all! I hear something!
I hear something!
They go. Take these off. Neutralize.
Out there, somewhere! No mercy!
Maxed out my phone data. Rip the phone data.
I'd just leave that if I were you.
I have like one upload. That should be enough to watch a stream, no?
Quite a bit of trash to pick through here. Searching through it could prove beneficial.
It just buffers the entire time. That is a rip.
This area's obviously been abandoned for quite some time.
Fuck.
Whatever this thing was, it's been totally torn to pieces.
Let's play, little... You can't hide forever. Break you! Let's play, little bit. Dare, win!
Ooh. I actually want to look at that. That looks cool. 2-shot lever action. It's like the Lincoln gun from Fallout 3. Missing ammo. 4570s? Fuck! There's some mini nukes. I think I just got some ammo for the thing. Oh, nope.
Excuse me, Paladin Dance?
Look at this place. You must hate these mutants as much as I do.
Absolutely. Wiping them out was a pleasure.
I wish all of mankind shared your sentiment. These monstrosities are just another example of man blindly taking a step forward, only to wind up stumbling 2 steps back. I've been fighting for years, trying to put a stop to this madness. And just when I thought we were getting the upper hand, along come the synths. I've seen what these super mutants do to people. Can you imagine what the synths would do to us if they ever got the upper hand? It would be Armageddon repeated, and maybe the end of everything that we hold dear. Look, I don't mean to bore you with my rhetoric. I just want you to understand how important these missions are.
Don't be sorry.
Don't apologize. It reminds me why I'm doing this.
Thank you, brother. It's good to know you're taking my advice to heart. Anyway, that's enough of that. What's important here is that you got the job done and secured these warheads. You should head back up to the Prydwen and talk to Maxon. I'm sure he'll want to debrief you as soon as possible. Dismissed.
I just had to shit, and it was like the shit that doesn't come off your ass unless you have wipes. Okay. Thanks for sharing with the class, Comey. Everyone really needed to know that. Fucking asshole. currently do not have an active live stream on YouTube. Huh? Huh? Connected to YouTube chat. That was weird. Can you just fast travel onto the Pridwin? Seems kind of breaks the illusion a little, but
How can a machine believe it's a...
Outstanding work at Fort Strong, soldier.
It was an honor fighting for the Brotherhood.
I'm glad you feel that way, because our mission here has only just begun. In order to bring the Institute to its knees, we need to use every weapon at our disposal. I try to supply my soldiers with the best. That's why I'm giving you these. Signal grenades can call a vertibird to your location when you need aerial transport. Simply throw one to the ground, and the vertibird will hone in on the unique electromagnetic smoke it emits. Once you're aboard, use the map on your Pip-Boy to interface with the pilot's navigation system, so he'll be able to take you wherever you need.
Thank you, Elder. I'll make good use of them.
I expect that you will. Now, I'm sure you're aware that Fort Strong was simply the first step towards the liberation of the Commonwealth. An even greater task lies ahead. By now, I'm sure you've deduced that our arrival in the Commonwealth wasn't coincidental. We're here because of a unique energy reading recorded by Paladin Dance's recon team. According to our scribes, the reading indicated a level of technology that only the Institute could achieve. The moment this information came to light, our mission became clear. The Institute, and everyone responsible for the creation of the synths, must be eliminated at all costs. To accomplish this goal, we need to locate the Institute's headquarters. I've had our scribes meticulously searching the Commonwealth, but they've come up empty-handed. The only logical explanation is that they've gone underground. That's where we need your help.
I have a way to infiltrate the Institute using a device called a signal interceptor.
So it appears we share a common goal. I'm pleased that you've chosen to build the device with the Brotherhood. Now, indulge me for a moment by satisfying my curiosity. Tell me why you're so eager to get into the Institute.
I think they're the ones who kidnapped my son.
The Institute preys on the weak to further their own ends. Together, we'll make them pay for their crimes. I'll call ahead and brief Proctor Ingram. Report to the airport, and get to work on your project right away.
Not.
Talk to Proctor. Talk to Proctor Ingram.
System Delta's at 100%.
Not. Are you at work? I'm assuming. So do you have like a Wi-Fi you can connect to there? Well, I guess not, but you'd think you would. Proctor Ingram, is that you?
It sounds like we owe you our gratitude for...
Proctor Quinlan.
Ah, Knight. You have technical...
Uh-huh. I found some technical documents for you.
These will... Here are the caps that I promised. Remember, check every building.
If you need it, there's shelter and supplies at the police station in Cambridge.
Nothing to report right now, Knight.
Oh, the Brotherhood's got a lifetime supply of nuclear...
Set me up.
Be my guest.
You haven't lived until you've tipped a Brahmin with a vertibird. Now that's a challenge.
Nut.
Move, scribe.
When I get off duty, that Salisbury steak is mine.
So many loading screens in this goddamn game. I was like instant that time.
Hail Knight.
Oh, my list of maintenance fixes keeps getting longer and longer.
Elder Maxon said you'd help me build the signal interceptor.
So, looks like you're calling the shots around here now, huh? All right, I'll bite. What does your new miracle device do?
The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out. This machine can hijack their signal and send me instead.
Teleportation? Molecular transmission via encrypted RF waves? Okay, even I have to... This explains why we've been picking up anomalous energy readings all across the Commonwealth. Not to mention how they get their tin soldiers to come out of the damn walls. And this little beauty allows you to literally hijack a return signal. Instead of grabbing the intended target, it grabs you instead. Impressive.
Yeah, it is.
Well, you definitely know your stuff.
Damn right I do. It's difficult to make out all the details here, but I'm thinking you can get started by building a stabilized reflector platform. It's gonna take a cargo hold full of high-grade metal, but I'm sure that we have plenty.
Uh-huh. I'm glad you can make sense of those plans.
I haven't made sense of all of it yet, but I will by the time you get the first part built. Here's a list of everything you need to find. You're also going to need a massive power source to get the signal interceptor running.
Ad Victorium, brother.
Why can't she fucking follow me over here?
To pull the trigger on any of the Commonwealth
Ingram?
scum.
Any luck building the platform yet?
Yes. I'm ready to build the rest of it.
Good. Let's move on then. Here's a list of everything. Now, I know some of that might as well be in Greek, so I'll be around if you have any questions.
Looks good, Ingram. I'll get to work right away.
I wish I had your confidence. Oh, one last thing before I forget. If you need any help, I'd wish you good luck.
I might have everything already. Well, see, I think I have biometric scanners and shit on me. Maybe not on me, but like that. If we have to go somewhere to get it, then we'll just go do that. Okay, yeah, we need a biometric scanner. Military grade dinghy. I should definitely have these things. I think they're at Sanctuary. I think they're at Sanctuary. I think I have some of these in my Sanctuary junk pile. Ha. This is why you pick everything up, kids. This is why you pick everything up.
We're close. All we need is enough power to fire up the signal interceptor.
I don't have any ceramic. God damn it. We need one ceramic, bro. There's definitely probably no ceramic around here. Which means we probably have to go back to... Well, that thing needs power as well. God damn it. Yeah, we have to go get ceramic. We need one more big one and then a small one. A big Jenny and a small Jenny, and we're good to go.
Better check all your connections and make sure all the components are wired together on a single grid.
Remarkable work, Knight. The signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
Absolutely. I'm ready to go.
Your confidence is an inspiration to us all. That being said, this is the first time we've attempted to directly adapt Institute technology. When we throw that switch, we don't know exactly what's gonna happen. God willing, you'll end up inside the Institute, and the mission can continue.
Nothing's gonna stop me when I'm so close to the answers I'm looking for.
Eager to get inside, huh? Good. Now, once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact. So it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
She's from Fallout 3.
That's fortunate.
Yes, it was. Securing useful resources during wartime is critical. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland.
Fallout
After
3.
some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
I'm surprised that the Brotherhood let her go.
Had I been in command, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen. She was a valuable asset. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on, and it needs her attention.
Consider it done, Elder.
Very good. Very good. Listen to me, Knight. I'm well aware that you're risking your life going into the Institute blind. Just keep your mind on the mission. And don't let anything they say sway you from your duty. Good luck.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto. Pull yourself together and get up onto that platform. Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now.
Refrain from
wow,
opening fire
there's a
inside
heck of a
the
lot of
Institute.
interference and
It
ghosting.
could jeopardize our
it's
entire
gonna take
mission.
a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds.
Fart, I farted, I farted,
Terminal down
farts.
there. It'll do the rest. Bring it
Dr.
back to
Lee
me
is
and
a
I'll see if I can
valuable
make
asset.
sense of whatever
Okay.
it
If any
found.
harm comes to
Well, well. Looks
holding
like
you
we
personally
have a
responsible.
winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
We're in. Mm-hmm. Oh, there it is. Let's do... Let's do big leagues.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Yes, it's me, your dad. I'm here, Sean.
What's going on? Father? Father!
It'll be okay,
Sean, Jason.
Go away! Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
The YouTube chat keeps disconnecting. That's
Please,
pretty cool.
Sean, I'm your father. Talk to me.
Just open the door!
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
Just... help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers. And answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
It's really you? After all this time?
Yes. It's true. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you. Kidnapped you. Wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Sean. It's really you.
It really is. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
I don't expect you to understand or agree with the decision. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty, I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Sean, she loved you so much.
I have no doubt. I'm afraid I have very little experience with those emotions, having lived my life within the Institute. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret, and asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
I think I've heard enough for now.
Very well. The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. I've been a part of something amazing. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
I won't be a part of this. I can't.
Why? Because of the reputation of the Institute. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
Your Institute has done some horrible things.
Yes, well, the world is not what it used to be. What about the people you've aided in order to get here? What atrocities have they committed? The Brotherhood of Steel. They believe they're the only ones fit to control technology and destroy anyone who opposes them. And you would side with them. None have any true claim to nobility. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. We really do have human. Will you take that chance?
I'm sorry. I can't do that.
I'm sorry to hear that. I had certainly hoped we could work together. But every man must make his own decisions. If you understand, though, that I cannot allow you to remain within the Institute. You may have safe passage back to the relay, where you will be sent back to the surface. But from that point, you must be considered hostile. I am sorry. I must think first of the safety of the Institute. And in the cruel world that has developed, those who are not with us are against us. The elevator will return you to the relay.
Sean, can we talk about this?
Have you reconsidered your decision?
Sean, isn't there...
You've seen the Commonwealth. You're either with us or you're not.
I've changed.
Well, that's good to hear. All right, then. You want to introduce yourself to the... And finally...
Sean, about this synth.
You mean the child? It's a fascinating project, really. There are issues to be solved, of course, but we've made remarkable progress.
Wait, how do we get to that? I'm going back up to the relay.
Busted.
I need to swap my one. You swap my clothes over into the dryer. BRB. In the room with Sean in front of the open door and closed. My chat keeps disconnecting from YouTube, so if anyone is typing on YouTube right now, it keeps disconnecting.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive break.
Oh.
They weren't kidding.
I don't know.
You really are
Most
here.
of them have lasted
Well, all
long
right.
past their projected
I'm
lifespans.
Allie
If
Fillmore.
you ask me,
You can think
they
of
were
me as
built
the
pretty
Institute's
well.
chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the... As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live. There's a lot of machinery behind these. The work we do might not be as exciting as... So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father...
I'm just looking around.
I see. Well, please do mind what you touch. If there's anything else you...
I'm good for now, thanks.
Goodbye, then. I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo
Reporting
thinks he can hide
status.
in his office.
Seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock
We're
some
all
heads
looking
together?
forward to working with
They're
you.
dragging their feet on
You're
the
here.
targeting package
Glad you
upgrades I
made it.
asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Hi, Doc.
Please don't.
So,
There's enough friction
here
as
you
it
are.
is between us
Justin Ayo,
and pretty much all
acting
the other
director of the Synth
departments.
Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future.
Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand.
Uh-huh. No problems here.
Good to hear. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief... Our primary...
I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synths remain here.
Certainly. The results could be disastrous. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask Robotic. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back.
I'm good for now.
Very well.
Right.
Greetings, sir.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the
Operating at full capacity.
much larger this time.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Where are you going? I thought you wanted to talk. Oh, it's you. You're not authorized...
Uh-huh. Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
I'm only here with good intentions. You have my word.
You're giving me your word, even though we just met? Fine. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help. Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
The Brotherhood valued your presence, and we'd like you to come back.
Well, how sweet of them. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
Father trusts me, and so should you.
You're wasting your breath. I'm a scientist.
Father trusts me, and so should you.
You're wasting your breath.
Father trusts me, and so should you.
You're wasting your breath. I'm a scientist, not a soldier. The Brotherhood desired my creations in order to... I'm not interested in returning to that way of life.
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but the incident never sat right with me. If you bring me solid information on what killed him, do we have a deal?
I know this may come as a shock, but Dr. Virgil is still alive. I met him myself.
Oh, please. Do you really think a cheap tactic like that is going to work on someone like me? Stop trying to avoid the legwork by lying. Either you get me the evidence, or we have nothing else to talk about. Deal?
Deal.
All right. Dr. Virgil's lab was in the Biosciences Division. I can give you a code that will get you into the section, but the lab itself has been sealed, so you'll have to breach it on your own. I'd tell you to be quiet about it, but your brotherhood and discretion isn't exactly your strong suit. And finally, if you get caught, we never had this conversation. Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, in case this, if nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of... Speaking of, I trust our discussion...
It's really exciting having you here. I can't wait to see what you can do.
Doctor.
Hmm? Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted.
That's amazing.
Oh, well, a lot... Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say...
Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Hey, hey. Fuck that bitch. Hey, hey. Fuck that bitch. Hey, hey. Fuck that bitch. Yeah, yeah. Fuck that bitch. Let's do the Madison Lee thing first.
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite.
Fuck that bitch, fuck that bitch, fuck that bitch.
Fuck that bitch. Hey, hey, fuck that bitch.
Have you had time to examine my latest reports on batch 274?
Not yet. I've been reviewing...
Oh shit, look, it's gorillas.
Showing promising results.
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. Those people are the last remnants of a dying past. It's best not to dwell on the subject. They're still people, and they're suffering. We can at least... Best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Yes, well... I suppose you're right.
Sweet.
Oh shit. I didn't mean to trip that. Hello?
Nice.
That's it.
Negative sensor read. Sensor alert. Anomaly detected. Engaging.
Yes. Got it.
All this must be a little overwhelming for you.
Bow, 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 bow.
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
Took you long enough to find that evidence.
Beef Wellington.
How do I know you'll honor our agreement?
I never promised I'd return to the Brotherhood. You're just going to have to trust me. If the Brotherhood didn't, they wouldn't have risked sending you to find me in the first. Now hand it over.
I'm afraid it's bad news.
Since when do you know? Just let me... They lied to me. They lied to me, and I didn't even realize how far it went. All those years of loyalty. For nothing.
No matter how badly it hurts, you needed to hear the truth.
And for that, I thank you. I came to the Institute to get away from the Brotherhood. From the whole world. I just wanted to do my research in peace. Father took me in and gave me access to cutting-edge technology that I only dreamed existed. I became jaded. I thought that the Institute cared, but now I realize if you can't trust the people you're working for, if they lied about Dr. Virgil, who knows what else they've been like. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee.
Doctor.
I'll be along soon. Just tell whoever sent you to prepare for my arrival.
Good luck, Doctor.
To both of us.
The latest synth generation is just amazing. Those guys in robotics are working miracles.
Hey, Doc.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton, I can't wait for you to see the work.
I'll reserve judgment until I know more about it.
In that case, let me, as the name, our most, to that end,
Sure.
We've even started to, you probably...
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in its early stages, but the prospects are very exciting. I'm sure I've taken up enough...
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in.
Great. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Take care, then.
Fuck, man.
I hope all your needs are being seen to. Just let me know if they're not.
When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
You know I can't talk about that.
The commissary is always open. Would you like some processed sustenance packets?
Not right now.
Excuse me.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Father's a great man. You must be very proud.
Sean, about this synth.
You mean the child? It's a fascinating
You made a child synth that looks like...
It's a synth, not a human. I'll make sure it's brought back online in the near future. You'll have an... But, I'll admit, do you think you could love him?
I don't need a synth. I found the real Sean.
Yes, but not the Sean you were looking for. In some ways, the synth is far closer to what you expected. I wouldn't claim to know everything you're feeling, but if in some small way the boy...
I don't know if it's like bugged or something, but I put the fucking thing in. I don't know what it wants me to do.
Guess what?
What?
Chicken butt.
You got me.
Lol.
Ah, ha ha ha. You got me. We gotta find a terminal that I can fucking put this in.
Ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha. Shut the fuck up. Look at that.
Sometimes I hide my dad's work notes just to mess with him. It drives me crazy.
Yeah, I got you. I got this on camera.
Ah. What? Oh, is he up here? Oh, he's right
Now
here.
that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
First things first. How do I get back to the surface?
The same way you got in, of course.
Shut the fuck up when I'm talking to you, boy.
You may come and go as you
Bitch-made boy.
Ultimately, unfortunately, no advancement as remarkable as the superior.
If the synths are intelligent and...
However closely they may approach, when you see a rogue synth has taken his memory under his leadership, I've dispatched.
We'll bring that synth home.
That would be best for everyone. Now you should get moving. Many.
Proud to be serving under Elder.
Yeah.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Pridwin. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, I believe you still possess an important piece of data. I want you to bring it to her immediately. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
From within. Can we just go to that courser and just slit his throat? Just put the shotgun in his mouth and just blow the back of his head out.
Looks bad. You should see the capital wasteland.
Oh, that's the courser.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece.
I wasn't sure what the interceptor would do to you.
I wasn't worried. After all, I built the device myself.
I have confidence in everything. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
Hopefully, it'll reveal a weakness in their defenses.
That would be the best case scenario. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. In the meantime, I've got a new assignment for you. So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new...
Whatever it is, I'm sure it'll help us crush the Institute.
It will, but we've got a lot of work ahead of us first. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells. Been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Pridwin might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in.
Liberty Prime.
This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
I wish I had your confidence. Because this is not... Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's gonna take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time...
There's gotta be a way to solve that.
I do all the maintenance on the Pridwin. As much as I hate to admit it, luckily you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
I kind of want to go talk to that synth and then see if I can kill him.
Can't remember the last time I had clean fingernails.
Oh, weird comment. I built a base here before.
I'm ready to move in, sir.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Designation X6.
I've
already...
I can handle these raiders on my own.
I have no reason to doubt if you take... Who's out there?
That all you got?
So maybe we just don't do the mission at all.
Threat neutralized.
By Elder Maxim's orders.
You'll regret
We might have to
this.
go back to that save. That dude's following me. We might have to go back to that save and then tell him to fuck off.
Shouldn't take
Where'd
long.
they go?
Let's go back to this and then we'll come back. We're just gonna ignore that mission completely.
You believe synths are replaced? Attention. Tomorrow's tactical briefing has been postponed. A new time and date will be forthcoming.
What's on your mind, soldier?
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
You promised you'd help us.
You're right, I did. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
Because we care what happens to the Commonwealth.
You know, if anyone else wearing a Brotherhood of Steel uniform said something like that, I'd laugh in their face. But coming from you, it sounds like you actually mean it. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
Feels like you can take on the world in there, doesn't it?
I think we could jump off, honestly.
I don't know about Scribe Naraya. I think she loves her little zoo a bit too much.
That was badass.
The last person that disobeyed Captain Kells ended up scraping rust off the Pridwin's hull.
Proctor.
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Sorry about that, Ingram.
Don't worry about it. We might be butting heads on a few issues, but I've dealt with worse. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
Sure, anything you need.
That's what I love about you. You're ready to leap into action, and I bet you don't have the faintest idea what I'm talking about. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
Let's go! I have this hospital on fast travel. Do. Still no ammo for that thing.
Excuse me, should you be out of your room? As if, oh, back to the
Please step into the open and identify yourself. Law-abiding citizens have nothing to fear.
Beastly nuisance.
Area secure. Basement. Approach and identify yourself. Law-abiding citizens will not be harmed. Hostile target identified. Proceeding with clear.
Thought as much. Where are you? Hold still, will you?
Attention. This is now a combat zone. You may suffer harm up to and including death if you remain in the area. This notice required by law. Please clear the area until order has been restored. Clear. Clear. Second floor.
Dun, 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 dun.
Nothing to report right now, Knight.
Oh man, if I'm late for muster one more time.
Ingram?
That's
Captain
all
Kells is gonna
4
have me do 100
actuators.
push-ups.
Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
Shouldn't be a problem. Just tell me where they are.
I wish I could. Prime's bomb pack is fitted for Mark 28 nuclear bombs. The same type of bombs that were dropped from aircraft during the Great War. The Commonwealth was a major staging area for the military's air force, so we assumed we wouldn't have trouble finding them. But since we arrived, our scouting teams haven't located a single bomb.
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
She's right.
Of course she's right. But before you give up hope, there's actually a silver lining here. Proctor Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation, which was used as a nuclear weapons storage facility. We're fairly certain this included a stockpile of the Mark 28s. The catch is that the installation is located somewhere within the glowing sea.
I'll head out there immediately.
Good, because that's exactly what we're asking you to do. Scribe Halen's. I suggest you head out there first and establish. Hopefully, by the time you've returned, we'll be ready to wake Prime up and you can say hello. Good luck, Knight.
Cortana? I guess. Man, fuck
the
you.
Institute. For Maxon and for the Brotherhood.
Halen?
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into the Cambridge police station.
Thanks, Halen. I assume the place is still in one piece.
We're doing the best that we can. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from overrunning us, thanks to the
That's not surprising. After all, it's in good hands.
I appreciate that. Anyway, I know you don't have time for small talk, so I'll get right to it. I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pinpoint you once you've found the bombs. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone that we'll be listening for. When you find the bombs, plant the pulsar, and we'll handle the rest. After that, you should probably head back to Proctor Ingram and bring her your report.
Doesn't sound too difficult.
Ah, no.
Sure.
Look, if you don't, the radiation will... Good luck, Knight.
By Elder Maxon's order.
My right axe is probably gonna be worn off. Yeah. We're gonna be running for a little bit. This will fast travel me to the door.
That's it.
State your purpose, stranger. You walk on Atom's hallowed ground.
I'm looking for some bombs. Nuclear bombs.
You trivialize that which resides here. This place is holy. The children of Atom have sworn.
You know what? Enough of this nonsense.
Your anger will not bring you close. You will leave this place at once.
Adam's wrath? Do I even want to know what that is?
He is the great equalizer. Now, leave.
I don't have time for this. Just tell me where...
How dare you? Your time on this world.
God damn, blood has a shit ton of health.
Analyzing hostile. Calculating kill probability. Running subroutines.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Have you ever fired a minigun? Chews through ferrules like paper.
Proctor Ingram?
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system stable are gonna hold.
I have full confidence in the abilities of everyone here.
I appreciate that.
Proctor, all the readouts look green. I think it's time for you to perform the power shunt.
Actually, I think I'm gonna let you press the button. After all, without your help, we'd still be staring at a pile of disassembled parts.
It would be better if a trained technician performed that task, but I suppose you deserve to be the one to do it.
Liberty Prime, back online.
All right, let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation: Liberty Prime Mark II. Mission: the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets: any and all red Chinese invaders.
Now let me run a system analysis and battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Warning: nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning: power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders compromised.
I've got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, I wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
With him on our side, I don't see how the Institute even stands a chance.
I couldn't agree with you more. Before you head off to your next assignment, I came up with this little beauty myself.
This wasn't necessary, Ingram.
Come on. Besides, Liberty...
Right.
Anyway, that's enough of that. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were... And thank you, Knight.
Liberty reprimed. Ba, 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 ba.
You haven't lived.
Excuse me, Elder Maxon.
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
Hello, 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 hi, 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 hi.
Nothing to hide.
I find that very hard to believe. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Dance is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
That's impossible.
I'm afraid not. The evidence is quite damning. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match
What
for
did
a
that
synth
say? I
we
wasn't
cloned.
even
To
listening.
make matters worse, he's gone AWOL. Disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Dance are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
You have to believe me. He never told me he was a synth.
Apparently, I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Dance is a synth. He represents everything we hate, a monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. Which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down...
With pleasure. I'll make him pay for lying to us.
I appreciate your cooperation. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Dance was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data and Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
What did that TTS say?
Attention all Brotherhood soldiers. If you have not yet received your Squire mentorship assignment, please come see me on the bridge.
Knight. I was told you
Repeat, if you have not
Sorry
received
about
your
this business
mentorship
with
assignment,
Dance.
please report to the bridge. That is all.
He'll be missed.
Doubtful. I wouldn't miss a synth any sooner than I was merely sorry that you'd been duped. I've been poring over... As you're well aware, Dance had intimate knowledge of the Commonwealth, and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere. I think our best approach would be to identify every... You may want to get comfortable. This could...
What the hell is this crap about Dance being a synth?
I assume your outburst was a reference...
So he sets Dance up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
Orders are orders.
Orders are orders? That's all you have to say? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Dance did for you, you're just gonna turn your back on him like this. There's obviously been a mistake, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
Scribe Halen! You're addressing a senior officer, and you will show him the respect that he's due. Or so help me, I'll have you brought up on charges. Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us...
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search.
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
I'll take anything that gets me closer to finding Dance.
Yes, sir.
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research here.
If you'll follow me, sir.
Unless you like getting shot, never turn your back on a gunner.
Scribe?
Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Dance?
Aren't you supposed to tell me where Dance went?
Yes, and I promise I will, but before I do, I've known Paladin Dance ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my I don't care what Quinlan's report said.
That's a bold statement.
It's more than just a statement. It's a plea. Dance is the most selfless. That's why I'm asking you. If you're not convinced by what he says...
All right, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes... Before the Pribwin showed up, Dance... It was listening post Bravo. An old pre-war US military outpost. It's isolated. And we're the only ones that knew about it. Just be...
Sure. Despair, brother.
Or do this mission and then call it. It's gonna take a second because we have to fucking run over there. Because we've never fucking been to this part of the map. Oh my god. What the fuck?
Weapons free.
may be utilizing stealth. How interesting. Primary sensor.
Commencing careful view of deadly force.
I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
I wish you would have told me the truth, Dance.
I might have, if I'd known what I was. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
No. But I'm hoping there's a way out.
Don't be ridiculous. Look, I'm not blind to the fact that this must be difficult for you. I wish Maxon had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
If you really feel that way, why did you run in the first place?
The moment I learned the truth, I knew my life was in danger. I'm a soldier, so self-preservation kicked in. I needed to regroup and assess the situation. Once I got here, and I had some time to think, I should have stayed on the Prydwen and accepted the inevitable. Like I said, I need to be the example, not the exception.
The empathy that you're showing me, it's a human emotion.
I appreciate what you're... but I've made my decision. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxon's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
If it needs to be done, then so be it.
I've never been prouder of you than I am right now, brother. It's been a pleasure serving with you.
L, that guy? Rep that guy, yeah. It's sad, but it had to happen. He'll be missed. He'll be remembered. Fuck him. I didn't really even talk to him that much, so I really don't care.
Ground floor.
Sweet.
Alright. I'm gonna finish this mission and then I'm gonna call it for that for the stream. Once we get through this, we're almost done with the campaign. Probably like 2 missions away. Probably stream tomorrow after I get off.
Report, Knight. Have you handled the situation with Paladin Dance?
Do you want his holotags as proof?
That won't be necessary. Perhaps you should keep them as a reminder of your lapse in vigilance. Of course, Dance's execution creates a missing link in our chain of command. That traitor held quite an important position with us. I'm certain that you'll make a fine replacement. His quarters and all his possessions are now yours, including his personal suit of power armor. Congratulations, Paladin.
I won't disappoint you, Elder.
Had I even a single doubt in my mind, I wouldn't have awarded you the promotion. Just be aware that a Brotherhood Paladin is expected to be a symbol of integrity to our brothers and sisters. I trust you won't disappoint them, or disappoint me. In any event, we still have the Institute to contend with, and a lot.
Sure.
While the finishing touches are being put onto Liberty Prime, Captain Kells has identified a potential threat to our operations. Report to him immediately for your next assignment. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
I don't even know where his quarters is.
Attention. This is a reminder. All recovered technology must be presented immediately to Proctor Quinlan for evaluation.
Yeah, I get it. Just... what if I missed?
Anyone found in possession of undocumented technologies will be subject to inquiry and punishment.
All right, all right. Just don't tell anyone. Firing. Never forget. You are the eyes and the ears of the Brotherhood. If you see or hear anything suspicious, it is your duty to report it immediately.
That should hold.
Thank you, sister.
You know, we wouldn't have to worry about them getting out if they weren't on the ship.
Your concerns are noted, Scribe. Give Proctor Ingram my thanks for letting me borrow you.
Watch out, kid. Punk ass motherfucker. I don't know where his quarters even is.
Getting a bit of twitch on prop 3. Adjusting torque.
Ah, Paladin. Good. Now that the unfortunate matter regarding Dance has been settled, we can return to our primary mission.
I'm ready, Captain.
Good, because this mission demands your... Now, before we launch our attack on the Institute, we need to... They're a small but capable group that uses subterfuge and guerrilla tactics. Our tactical analysis says they could possibly hamper or harm our operations, which, if we strike them now, we should be able to maximize the amount of damage we do to their organization.
Hit them before they hit us?
Precisely. Destroying the railroad hinges on completely eliminating their leadership. Otherwise, they'll simply regroup somewhere else. To that end, here's a list of the 5 targets we believe would cause a...
Consider it done.
Thank you, Paladin. Now, before you depart, Proctor Inc...
Our sources tell us that the railroad has some sort of experimental or prototype robot. They're calling it the Predictive Analytic Machine, or PAM for short. They use the robot for complex... If you could use this holotape to decrypt the security on Pam's terminal, it will force the unit to return to the Pridwin. I'm certain we could put Pam's computing power to good use. Otherwise, destroy it. We wouldn't want it to fall into the Institute's hands.
I'll try to get it back here in one piece.
Good. It'd be a hell of a waste if you didn't.
I'm certain you'll do whatever it takes to complete the mission. When you're ready, proceed to the Old North Church and link up with our assault team. They'll provide demolition support and all the firepower you'll need to take the railroad down. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Try and get Pam back here in one piece, okay?
We'll do this mission real quick because it's just killed them. All this mission is just killing these guys.
I always suspected there was something weird about Paladin Dance. Something, you know, off about him.
One more gang? Shit. Leather armor offers additional protection against energy weapons. Oh shit.
We can win. Leave him off me. thought I saw something. Still here?
Another victory for the Brotherhood.
This thing's busted. Strong as fuck.
Detonation pack secured and ready, sir.
Let you get me.
Get up!
Get away from us.
The Brotherhood. Bring it on.
He vanished. We will kill you if we have to.
Coming home.
Oh God, don't. Whoa, you win.
Dude, what was I supposed to load on him?
Ready for programming instructions. Recommend interface type RJ11. G.
trouble.
What was that?
The Institute and the technological...
Captain Kells?
Well, it appears that the railroad won't be...
Those sympathizers deserved exactly what they got.
That they did. I'm also pleased you managed to secure Pam, rather than allow it to be destroyed. We are having it brought to the Pridwin, where it will be installed in Proctor Quinlan's office. It's an amazing piece of pre-war technology that should... Speaking of pre-war technology, Proctor Ingram is putting the final touches on... Congratulations on it. Ad Victoriam.
Bam, bam. Blah, 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 blah.
I can't talk right now.
Attention.
I have a lot
Halbert
on
pilot to station Epsilon. Halbert pilot report to station Epsilon.
If
That
you're
is
looking
all.
for ammunition or weapon mods, Proctor Tegan might have what you need.
You think the Commonwealth looks bad? You should see the Capital Wasteland.
I prefer laser weapons myself. It's a cleaner shot and leaves that memorable ozone smell.
Proctor Ingram.
You look like you've been through the ringer, Paladin. Can't say that I blame you. That was a hell of a business with Dance. Can't even imagine having to look him in the face and pull the trigger.
If we're gonna defeat the Institute...
Spoken like a true disciple of Maxon. Anyway, we need to move on to more important things now. We've been feeding him power through the Pridwin's engines, but there isn't near... That's why we need you to find us a beryllium agitator.
And I'm betting you know right where to find it.
Of course I do. I didn't become head of ship maintenance just because of my Quinlan dug up some dirt on a company called Mass Fusion. They were a power utility company. The CEO was some kind of an inventor. Dreamed up all sorts of... The agitator was his crown jewel. Records show he was working on it in his lab at the top of their high-rise in the financial district. That's where we're headed. Hope you don't mind a little company, because I'm coming with you.
It would be helpful if you tagged along.
I knew you'd see it my way. Kells has a vertibird on standby, waiting to drop us off on the roof of the Mass Fusion Tower. Grab whatever gear you need and meet me on the flight deck. But don't take too long. If the Institute finds out the agitator's there, they'll do everything they can to keep it out of our hands.
Obviously, I'm not going to do that, so... We're obviously going to go get it for ourselves. Anyway, gamers, hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll be back maybe when I get off tonight. So, yeah. GG. And I'll see everyone later, alright? I'll see everyone later.